Ever found your React app behaving weirdly? Maybe your useEffect keeps rendering in an infinite loop, or a small change unexpectedly breaks your entire component. Frustrating, right? Trust me, you are not alone. This is a common mistake or struggle for React beginners. But here's the thing, useEffect is not the enemy. In fact, it's one of the most powerful hooks in the React. If you know how to use it correctly, mastering it can take your React skills to the next level and making debugging a breeze. In this video, I am breaking down the 3 biggest mistakes developers make with useEffect, including the one mistake even seasoned devs miss. Stick around. Fixing just one of these could save your hours of frustration in your next project. Let's begin with the understanding of useEffect. useEffect is a React hook that lets you handle side effect things like fetching data, setting up subscriptions, or manually changing the DOM. Let's first look at the syntax. So this is syntax as you're looking up on the screen. Basically, useEffect takes two arguments. Number one, a function where you write your logic. Number two, an optional dependency array that tells React when to run the effect. Here's a quick example. Let's log a message every time when the component renders. But if you want to only run it once, after the first render, then pass an empty array. This makes sure that the message is being logged only once when the component renders for the first time. Let's suppose now you want to run it in a variable like count changes, then simply add it to the dependency array. And you can see whenever the count changes, the message is getting logged. So this is all about what is useEffect and how it works. Let's suppose there are two states. There's also an input which updates the name state, and there are two buttons which is used to update name state and selected state. So now if I try to add an object with name and selected, as you can see it works properly and gets added. So right now I will create a useEffect on which whenever we change state, it logs a message. So you can see whenever I click on add name or click on unselected, the message is getting consoled. But wait, when I click again on unselected, even the state remains same, then also we are getting message in console. So why is this happening? This is because of the concept called primitive and non-primitive data types. So here, if we compare two same strings, same boolean or same number, the result will be true. That's why these are primitive. But if we compare two same objects or same arrays, the result will be false, because even the objects are same, but they both will be referring to a different memory address. That's why they are non-primitive. So to solve this issue, instead of using useStates in a dependency array, which is non-primitive, we should pass state.name and state.selected in a dependency array, as they are primitive data types. Now you can see no matter how many times you will click on unselected button, message will console only when state.name and state.selected get changes. Let's suppose there is a number state, and whenever there is a change in number, I will call useEffect with a callback function in which I will update the number state using set interval. So you can see there is a weird glitch. So if I try to console inside useEffect, you can see there is an infinite loop, because every second the number is changing, and since number is our dependency, it calls the useEffect function each and every time. So to solve this problem, instead of passing number in dependency, we will keep it as empty and we will update the number state using updater or callback function. Now useEffect will be triggered only on first render. Now you can see it works almost properly, not completely, because this will lead to another problem again, that is nothing but mistake number 3. useEffect cleanup functions. Now if I try to change some elements in component, you can see multiple times useEffect is getting triggered because of fast refresh. Whenever there is some changes in component, React DOM will automatically get refreshed and behaves like a new fresh page. By this, you can see it is leading to an unexpected behavior. To solve this problem, I will return a cleanup function that runs before calling the useEffect callback function in order to cancel what we did in the previous useEffect. Now you can see no matter if I do any changes in component, the useEffect will first clean up the previous interval, then it sets the new interval again for the new DOM element or for newly fresh loaded page. Alright, now you know how to use useEffect in the right way. But wait, do you know if you are using useState correctly? I covered the most common useState mistakes in this video, so go check it out. It's almost like part 1 of this one, and I will see you in that video. Thank you.